Alright, so we should be live here. YouTube. I've been meaning to stream one of these for a while. I did one sort of impromptu the other day, but didn't give anybody any warning. At least people got like 15 or 20 minutes of warning this time. But either way, we are live here. I will be using my FG Assistant application to roll out card 9.6 in my NWC universe. FG Assistant is an offline and desktop. It's a desktop app that can be used offline to roll cards for the Filsinger Games wrestling card game system. If you're interested and haven't already taken the plunge, you can find the application at patreon.com/FG Assistant. Any support is appreciated. So we've got about 5 matches, I think. Maybe 6. I can't remember exactly how many I booked. Let's see. Looks like 5. So we've got about 5 matches tonight. Starting with Los Hermanos Shadow versus the Sharp Brothers. Then we've got Yulie Brynner against Idame Martinez. Sandor Szabo versus Bill Longson. Jackie Fargo will take on Dandy Don in the debut of Dandy Don. And Karl Gotch makes his debut all the way from Europe, challenging Jim Londos, the European heavyweight champion. That should be an interesting one. Gotch is a tough competitor. If you are familiar with Gotch, he is considered to be a wrestling god over there in Japan. Derek Bauman is here. Welcome, Derek. But yeah, he hasn't debuted in NWC yet, so this will be Karl Gotch's first match over here in NWC. Like I said, he is up against Jim Londos for the European heavyweight title. So that should be an interesting main event. But let's get started here from the Philadelphia Civic Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where we have a sellout crowd with 11,000 in attendance. So definitely a strong showing here in Philadelphia. And let's get to it. The Los Hermanos Shadow versus the Sharps. And here we go. In the red corner, the total combined weight of 504 pounds, from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, Ben and Mike Sharp, the Sharp Brothers. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 336 pounds, from Mexico City, Mexico, Black Shadow and Blue Demon, Los Hermanos Shadow. And we're going to roll for initiative here. Black Shadow going to start out with Ben Sharp here. And it looks like Ben Sharp is in control here. He grabs a headlock on Black Shadow. Shadow able to pull his head out though. And trips down Ben Sharp. And he is going high risk. Slingshot plancha on Ben Sharp as he tries to get back to his feet here. Sharp is hurt as he throws Shadow off, but Shadow quickly back to his feet. And Ben Sharp has a little trouble getting up. As they get up, Black Shadow hits a go-behind takedown on Ben Sharp. And Sharp able to counter it. Sharp definitely the better wrestler, technically, out of the two, but the Los Hermanos Shadows is definitely going to have the agility advantage here. Ben Sharp with an arm wringer takedown. And Los Hermanos Shadow attempting the tag here. And Black Shadow can't get to his partner, Blue Demon. And it is Ben Sharp in control here. And Sharp, not going to throw him into the ropes, going to roll up here. Face rake on Black Shadow. And Black Shadow's dazed. Ben Sharp going to tag in his brother Mike Sharp. And this just reminds me, let's pause this real quick. The Sharps have a tag team thing. When they're in a tag team together, their pin is 5-2. So let's get that all set up. Let's go to pin here. Pin. There we go, 5-2, and his ring is an A. Ring. A. There we go. And that's the same of his brother Ben. He's got a pin of 5-2, so let's knock the pin down. Sorry about this. I should have thought about this off the top. I always forget these guys. I need to create a thing for, whatchamacallit for him. And he's got a ropes of A, so there we go. Now, that is it, and Mike Sharp is in. And we can start the match up again, or start the timer up again. And now Mike Sharp with an elbow to the back of the head, but it's an agility move, as Durandus joins us in the front row. Welcome, Durandus. So, Black Shadow able to counter, and is on the attack here. Black Shadow with a go-behind takedown. And Mike Sharp is hurt. Black Shadow makes that tag out to Blue Demon. And Blue Demon with a big right hand on Mike Sharp. And that catches Sharp square in the jaw, knocking him down. But Sharp, close enough to the ropes that he's going to roll out. And Sharp able to get the upper hand as Blue Demon comes out to meet him. And Mike Sharp scoops him up and slams him on the concrete floor before rolling back in. And Ben Sharp lays a couple of boots in just to kind of hammer it home. He's rolling his count out here. The target is going to be 2, and the roll is 12. So Blue Demon quickly back into the ring. But Ben Sharp and Mike Sharp have done some damage, and Mike Sharp is now in control. Mike Sharp going to throw him straight back out of the ring. And Blue Demon, he grabs Sharp as he climbs back up on the apron and hangs him over the top rope, dropping him neck first on the top rope. The referee is not pleased with that sort of behavior, going to force him to roll DQ. He's not disqualified. And it is Blue Demon in control here. Ben Sharp, or excuse me, Mike Sharp is still down from that, I guess, clothesline over the top rope there. And Blue Demon does a swan dive over the ropes onto Mike Sharp. And that catches Sharp, and Sharp is down, trying for the tag here. And he doesn't make it. So Blue Demon in control, and Blue Demon with the El Pulpo. And that is a +1 finisher, so the target is going to be 3. And the roll is a 12, so Mike Sharp easily able to kick out. And now Blue Demon with an La Carajara. Sorry, my Spanish not great. I know I'm from New Mexico and I should probably speak better Spanish. But I grew up in New England, so, you know. Anyway, La Carajara from Blue Demon. And Mike Sharp is hurt. Blue Demon with a body suplex on Mike Sharp. And Sharp is hurt, gonna try for the tag. Doesn't make it. Blue Demon, however, does make the tag. And Black Shadow with a side backbreaker on Mike Sharp. And that's a choice B maneuver, so it's going to be turnbuckle, which is a B or a level 2 move, so he's going to go for the turnbuckle. And Mike Sharp able to catch Black Shadow as he charges in with a big knee lift. And Black Shadow stumbles out of the turnbuckle, and Sharp capitalizes with a big hammerlock. He's got it applied. It's a choice F maneuver. He's going to go for the level 3 hammerlock here. That's going to work on 8 or less. And on a roll of 8, it does work. So he's really wrenching that hammerlock on Black Shadow. Black Shadow's down. He's not going to leave the ring. Mike Sharp going to tag out to his brother Ben, and Ben Sharp going to scoop him up off the hammer lock and hit a big falling body slam on Black Shadow. Shadow is down. He's going to try for the tag. And on a roll of 12, he doesn't get it. Ben Sharp still in control here. Forearm club to the chest. And this is turnbuckle or level 3 on power. He's going to go for it. That's going to be 9 or less for a level 3 forearm club to the chest. And Ben Sharp gets it. And Black Shadow is down. He's still not going to leave the ring. And Ben Sharp locks on a full Nelson. Black Shadow is dazed. And Ben Sharp tries that snap mare and just can't get him over. Black Shadow able to kind of roll his way out of it and take control of the match, backing him into the ropes. And the referee is in there to break the two men up. And both men meet again in the center of the ring. And it is Ben Sharp who wins the lockup. And Sharp attempts a double sledge on Black Shadow. Definitely not going to try for the agility. That's going to be level 2. It's going to be 8 or less. And on a roll of 6, he gets that double sledge. Black Shadow's hurt, trying for the tag, doesn't get it. Ben Sharp, headlock and punch on Black Shadow. Once again, trying for that tag. He's close, but just can't quite get there. And here we go, double choke on the ropes by the Sharp brothers. This is going to be an add 1 maneuver, so we're going to add 1 tag. And Black Shadow is going to roll on level 3, and he is hurt as Mike Sharp comes in and not going to back him into the turnbuckle. Instead, going to nail him with a forearm club, and that is going to work. And Black Shadow is hurt. Once again, he's going for that tag, and this time he is able to get it. Blue Demon comes in, a house of fire here, and pushes him into the ropes. And Mike Sharp uses the momentum to roll him up, and he grabs the tights. Mike Sharp grabbing the tights. Target is going to be 3. Roll is a 6. Blue Demon just able to kick out, but Mike Sharp in control here after catching Blue Demon with a sudden roll up and a tight grab. Once again, going to throw him out of the ring. And both guys now rolling their DQ as the Sharp brothers start a brawl that Los Hermanos Shadow is able to meet. So all 4 men are brawling, and it looks like the Sharps are going to be DQ'd. So, oh, that didn't restart the timer, so we'll have to just guess at the time. I'm going to say that went on for 17 minutes. I have no idea how long it actually went for. The timer didn't restart when I said it should. So, DQ when the Sharps, helps if I can spell right, get carried away during an outside 4-man brawl. There we go. Don't need any match notes. Let's see, that's 4. So that's going to be a 1-star match. Not the worst match I've ever seen. I probably would have given it a little more than a 1-star, but that's, that's me. And we're on to our next match, a ladies match, which is going to pit the world's ugliest woman, Yulie Brynner, and Ida Mae Martinez. Now, Yulie Brynner, she's got some interesting mechanics. Anytime the opponent attempts a move that targets the hair, i.e. hair pull, hair mare, etc., Yulie Brynner instead takes over on level 2 offense. So that is the benefit of being the world's ugliest woman with no hair. So kind of an interesting mechanic on her card there. And all right, let's get going here. And In the red corner, weighing in at 125 pounds and standing 5 feet 2 inches tall, from Norwich, Connecticut, she is Ida Mae Martinez. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 130 pounds and standing 5 feet 3 inches tall, from Chicago, Illinois, the world's ugliest woman, Yulie Brynner. And the two ladies come to the center of the ring and lock up. And neither woman can get the upper hand. Both ladies really jockeying around the ring, but neither can best the other. And it is Ida Mae Martinez who finally comes out with a big flying head scissors on Yulie Brynner, showing off some athletic and her athleticism and agility. Brynner is down. This could be a quick one, as Ida Mae Martinez locks on a Texas cloverleaf. And Yulie Brynner's hurt here, and Ida Mae follows up with a big body slam as Yulie Brynner gets back to her feet. And that's going to be a pinfall. Target is 3, roll is an 8. Yulie Brynner able to kick out. And a 1-foot monkey flip by Ida Mae Martinez. And Yulie Brynner is hurt here. And into the ropes goes Brynner, and the referee able to stop the two ladies from fighting for position on the ropes, breaks them up and stands them in the center of the ring. And it's Yulie Brynner this time. And Yulie Brynner grabs Ida Mae by the hair and just runs full force, throwing her into the ring post. And Yulie Brynner has hurt Ida Mae with that big move. And Ida Mae stumbles out of the corner after striking that solid steel ring post. And Yulie Brynner with a big back body drop. And Ida Mae is hurt here as Yulie Brynner grabs her once again by the hair and rams her head first into the buckle. That's going to be a turnbuckle here. And no, Ida Mae Martinez gets her foot up and stops the ram. And now she's going to throw Yulie Brynner into the buckle. And Brynner's head is slammed into the buckle here by Ida Mae Martinez. And she's in control of this one now. And she's going to push her into the ropes. And once again, the referee quick to break these two ladies up. And once again, Yulie Brynner wins the lockup as they meet back up in the center of the ring. And Brynner sends Ida Mae Martinez back into the ropes as she just kind of shoves her back. And Ida Mae slips and falls out of the ring. And she's rolling her count out here. Ida Mae Martinez did not take that landing very softly. And now Ida Mae. Target is 4, roll is a 10, so she's able to get back in, but Yulie Brynner, the damage is done here. Now she's going to throw her straight out of the ring. And now both wrestlers are engaged in a big brawl here. Both wrestlers rolling count out. And Yulie Brynner is counted out. And Ida Mae Martinez is not. So there we go. That ended quickly. As Ida Mae Martinez beats Yulie Brynner via countout. After a scuffle outside the ring. That seems to be happening a lot lately. I'm going to say that was a dud. Honestly, that was a dud. Especially after the last match ended in a DQ or a countout. So, fans not a big fan of that one. And here we go, our first of 2 title matches of the evening. We've got Sandor Szabo, the current United States champion, and he'll be facing Bill Longson, the challenger for the United States title. Longson, the innovator of the pile driver. And in the red corner, weighing in at 240 pounds and standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, from Salt Lake City, Utah, Wild Bill Longson. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 225 pounds, standing 6 feet from, I am not even going to try to butcher that, from Hungary, the NWC United States Champion, Sandor Szabo. If somebody wants to give me pronunciation instructions for how to say, what is it, Kosicki, Kosice? I don't know how to say that one. But if somebody does, and they want to let me know, I'd appreciate it. Anyway, these two meet up in the center of the ring. And it's the champion, Sandor Szabo, who gets the better of the lockup. And Szabo takes Longson down immediately with an armbar. And he is working that arm here. Longson is hurt here as he fights his way back up. And Szabo, quick to try to pick his ankle and put him back down and apply a leg lock. But Longson says no. And now Longson grabs him in a headlock, drags him over to the ropes, and just scrapes his eyes across that top rope. And that always is a painful thing to have happen to you. And Sandor Szabo is hurt. And Bill Longson once again continues to rake his eyes on the ropes, this time raking him the other way, and then throws him to the mat and goes for the cover. The disoriented Szabo is quick to kick out, but Longson is in control. And there it is, the dreaded pile driver. Bill Longson has hit Sandor Szabo with the pile driver. The target is 7, and the roll is a 3. So in very quick order, Bill Longson has won the United States title. That was much faster than I expected. I was kind of hoping for a good match there, but it just didn't happen. I'm going to say that was a squash, because it was. 3 minutes and 32 seconds for a title change. Rough. Just to show off something that I added, if you are a user of the program, you can now view the event history and the title history from the event screen. So, like, if you wanted to view the title history after a title change, you could do that. I'll show it to you real quick. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna say yes. We can go there because we're not closing the program. But now we can look at the United States title and see that since it was rebranded, when Stu Hart won it here, is when it was rebranded to the what you call it, to the United States title. No one has been able to get a defense on it at all. So Hart won it and then immediately lost it to Szabo in his first defense, who immediately lost it to Longson in his first defense. 121 days, 61 days, and now we'll see how long Longson is able to hold the belt for. And then if you hit the book event thing, it will bring you back to the event booking screen. And like I said, as long as you haven't, quit the program or whatever, everything will be where you left it. So kind of a nice little thing. Or, if you need to edit like a match, like you realize you messed up something or whatever, you can go to the event history now and edit it and then quit back from the event history straight to here. So that'll be nice for, I know Grant sometimes will notice, like, oh crap, I forgot to write something or whatever. And so just a nice little thing that I added in, because it always bugged me that you couldn't do that. Anyway, back to the matches. So this is Jackie Fargo versus the debut of Dandy Don. Not much is known about Dandy Don, but he's going to be tested here against Jackie Fargo, so let's see how this one goes. And in the red corner, weighing in at 208 pounds and standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, from Columbus, Ohio, Dandy Don. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 251 pounds and standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, From Charlotte, North Carolina, Jackie Fargo. And I always thought he was from China Grove, but I mean, in he's from Hell's Kitchen, New York, like in kayfabe, which is weird that it's not on the card because the Fargos were always noted to be from New York, so that's kind of weird. Like even Jackie Fargo in sorry, I'm going way off here, but I'll finish the story anyway. So Scott Teal did an interview with Jackie Fargo that's in, I think it's the Wrestling Archive Project, Volume 2. And Scott Teal actually has to tell Jackie Fargo not to because he asked where he's from. And Jackie Fargo is like, oh, I'm from Hell's Kitchen, New York. And Scott Teal has to be like, dude, you're off the record here. This is, you don't have to keep up with the kayfabe. And so he's like, oh, sorry, I'm just so used to saying that I'm from New York that, I sometimes forget when I shouldn't tell people I'm from New York. Anyway, so that's the Jackie Fargo story there. And now we're rolling and Dandy Don gets the advantage on the lockup. Dandy Don in control of this one from the get-go. Rollover takedown on Jackie Fargo. Fargo's dazed here, and Dandy Don lets him back up and then hits him with a big chop to the head. And that is not going to work. Jackie Fargo is definitely more powerful than Dandy Don. And now Jackie Fargo boots him with a kick to the midsection. And here we go into the ropes, which is a B or level 2 move. We'll go with the B. And Dandy Don pushed into the buckle, and Jackie Fargo boots him in the buckle again. And Jackie Fargo is in control here. Flurry of punches as Dandy Don leaves the turnbuckle. And Dandy Don is hurt here. Jackie Fargo scoops him up and slams him on the mat. And Dandy Don is being pinned here by Jackie Fargo. Target is 3. Roll is a 6. Dandy Don able to kick out. Jackie Fargo now throws him out of the ring. And Dandy Don takes a second to get a breather and rolls back in. Jackie Fargo is there to meet him when he rolls in. And scoops him up and slams him to the mat again. Dandy Don is hurt here. And Fargo starts biting him in the forehead. And now Dandy Don is down. Did that bite draw blood? Let's see. On an even roll, he will be bleeding. And it was a roll of 4, so Dandy Don is now bleeding after Fargo bit his forehead. And now Jackie Fargo in control. And Fargo grabs a wooden chair at ringside and swings it at Dandy Don. I don't know what Dandy Don did to upset Jackie Fargo, but he did something. Fargo rolling his disqualification here. Fargo is not disqualified, so the referee surprisingly going to let that slide. And now Dandy Don is hurt as Fargo whacks him across the back with that chair. And now Fargo drops the chair, scoops him up and slams him back down to the mat. Dandy Don is down. He's going to try leaving the ring. He needs a breather after that. And Jackie Fargo follows him back out, grabbing the chair, and swings it at him again. Once again, hitting him straight in the back. And this time, Jackie Fargo is disqualified. So this card may end almost entirely on countouts, DQs, and quick matches, or quick finishes, as Dandy Don was able to win, but got thoroughly beaten by Jackie Fargo. The DQ when Fargo dominated Dandy Don with a wooden, I spell wooden right, huh? Ringside chair. I'm going to call that a 1-star match. It was kind of a par for the course Jackie Fargo match there. he lost, but he lost because he beat the crap out of Dandy Don. We're going to say that Dandy Don was unable to make it back to the locker room without... Locker room is not hyphenated. Without help from ringside attendants. I think it's like that, isn't it? Okay, so there we go. Dandy Don, beaten like a redheaded stepchild by Jackie Fargo. And here we are in the main event, like after 30 minutes of streaming, which is, you know, definitely not what I was planning. I may do, I have a, if people are here and watching, I can't tell. If you're here, feel free to chat. But if people are here and watching and want to see it, I have a early classics Champions of the Galaxy tournament to crown my first Galaxian champion all queued up. I could stream that because this is going super quick and I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, so this is the European heavyweight title match, Jim Londos versus Karl Gotch. And Gotch making his NWC debut, but he has been successful in Germany and in England. And so he is here now to face Jim Londos for the European heavyweight title. And Bear 805 is here. That'd be cool. Well then, yeah, I guess I'll do that. I mean, I've been meaning to run the early classic stuff for a while now. But I just never get around to doing it, so I guess this would be a good excuse to doing it. So the European heavyweight title is on the line in this last final match on the NWC portion of the night. And in the red corner, weighing in at 245 pounds and standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, he's from Hamburg, Germany. This is Karl Gotch. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 202 pounds and standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, from Katsupoti, Greece, weighing in, or I already did the weighing in part, the European heavyweight champion, Jim Londos. Londos and Gotch come to the center of the ring. And the Londos is able to win the lockup. And Londos grabs a front chancery and tries to take Gotch down, but that isn't going to work. Gotch now grabs an octopus hold on Jim Londos. Londos is hurt, and now Gotch kind of transitioning to the ground and moving into a bow and arrow. That is a choice C hold here, so let's see. Power is his weaker of the two stats, so we're going to do that. It's going to work on 7 or less. And on a roll of 9, Londos able to break free from the bow and arrow and hit Gotch with a couple of rabbit punches as he tries to get back to his feet. And Karl Gotch is hurt. And Jim Londos grabs a grinding armbar on Karl Gotch. Gotch, once again hurt by the grinding armbar, but able to pull his arm back. And Londos hits him with a cross arm thrust as he tries to get his bearings. That is a choice C maneuver. Let's see, agility is 0, so that's going to be 6 or less. And on a roll of 7, Karl Gotch able to narrowly avoid the cross arm thrust. Oop, that is the wrong thing. He's rolling on offense. Narrowly avoids the cross arm thrust and grabs Londos and throws him over in a hip roll. Londos is hurt here as Gotch really displaying some superior wrestling ability here. And Gotch now with that octopus hold once again. Londos is down. Londos not going to leave the ring. He's a fighting champion. Londos able to break free, but Gotch crushes him with a European uppercut as they get back to their feet. Londos able to block the uppercut, grab the arm, and take him down with a grinding armbar. Karl Gotch is hurt here, and Jim Londos backs Gotch into the ropes. And the opponent rolls on level 2D or offense here as Gotch can't get anything done, and Londos able to hip toss him off the ropes. And once again, he backs him into the ropes on the other side. And this time, Karl Gotch able to get the better of it, scooping him up with a belly-to-belly suplex and taking Londos down. Londos is in trouble here as Gotch grabs him back up, hooks the arms, and tries for a double arm suplex. This is a choice G maneuver. So that's going to be turnbuckle, which is a B, or power, which is going to be 8 or less. He's going to go for the power. And on a roll of 9, Jim Londos blocks that double arm suplex and takes control of the match, taking Gotch down with a reverse toe hold. And Gotch is hurt here as Londos crotch lift and slam. And that's an add 1, so Karl Gotch eats a point of fatigue there. And Londos continues. And Karl Gotch is down after that crotch lift and slam. And Londos grabs more toe hold. This time a standing variety. And Gotch is hurt here. And Londos lets him back to his feet and then backs him into the ropes. The referee steps in to break the two men up. And as they come to the center of the ring, Karl Gotch able to take Londos down and tries to apply a bow and arrow on him again. And let's see here, that's a choice C. We are going to go for 7 or less. Yeah, 7 or less. And on a roll of 9, once again, Londos able to avoid being locked in that bow and arrow. And now Londos grabs the grinding armbar as both men get back to their feet. Gotch is hurt here. And Londos backs him into the ropes once again. And once again, the referee breaks the two men up. And Londos in control as they come to the center, backing him into the ropes again. And this time, Karl Gotch in trouble as Londos fireman's carry off the ropes there. And Londos hits him with some rabid punches as the two come together. Gotch is hurt here. Londos cross arm thrust. And let's see here. He's going to do the agility. That's going to work on 6 or less. And on a roll of 3, that cross arm thrust absolutely blasts Karl Gotch directly in the throat. The referee is quick to tell Londos not to do that again, but the damage is already done. Gotch is hurt. Londos, once again, cross arm thrust. That's a choice C. It's going to work on 6 or less. On a roll of 9, Gotch makes sure he doesn't do it again as he blocks it, grabs him with a headlock, and just starts rotating the headlock, really applying the torque and pressure on Londos. Londos is hurt here as Gotch moves from the headlock to an octopus hold. That has been his go-to all match. Jim Londos is hurt here as he wrenches that octopus hold to the ground. And then once again, tries to apply that bow and arrow. This has not been Gotch's best offensive tool, but he keeps going back to it. And I think we're going to go for the power still. It's going to work on 7 or less. And on a roll of 4, he finally gets it. So octopus hold to bow and arrow, and that is applied. Londos able to break free from the bow and arrow, and he's hurt. But Gotch keeps him from getting up and applies a cross knee bar on Jim Londos. Londos trying to reach the ropes, and Londos can't do it. He's down. And Gotch lets go of the knee bar and lets him up, but he's stalking him. And as soon as Londos was back to his feet, Gotch applies a full Nelson, trying to take him down and pin his shoulders to the mat. or squeeze the life out of him. One of the two. Oop, that's the wrong thing. One of the two will work fine for Karl Gotch. And Londos is hurt here as Gotch lets go of the full Nelson as it was not working for him and throws Londos over with a hip roll. Londos is dazed as Karl Gotch hits the armbar and neck crank. And Gotch does not have the agility to make that work as Jim Londos able to get his hooks in and pick Gotch up with a big crotch lift and slams him to the mat. And Gotch in trouble here. And he is hurt as Londos applies the reverse toe hold. Karl Gotch able to kick him off. And he tries for that bow and arrow again. That's going to be a 7 or less. And on a roll of 6, he is able to make that bow and arrow work for him again. And Londos is hurt. And once again, Gotch goes back to the octopus hold from the bow and arrow. So he lets him out, but then applies the octopus hold as he keeps control. The octopus hold brings Londos down. And Gotch lets go of the octopus hold as he's not having much success with it. And applies a full Nelson. Once again, trying to wrestle him down to the mat and pin him. Or squeeze him till he submits. Londos going to do neither of those two things, as he's hurt here, and Gotch has no choice but to let go of the full Nelson. Gotch goes for a bow and arrow again. This is going to be that same 7 or less, and on a roll of 11, he does not get it, and Jim Londos takes control of the fight, backing Karl Gotch into the ropes. And Gotch can't get anything done as the two men wrestle on the ropes, and Londos with a big hip throw off the ropes. And now, as Gotch gets back to his feet after the hip throw, Gotch grabs him with a grinding arm bar and works him to the mat. Gotch wrestles back to his feet, but he is hurting here as Londos trips him down and flips him with his leg and applies the reverse toe hold. And Gotch once again is hurt as he tries to kick Londos off, and he's able to do it. But as he gets back to his feet, Londos tries that cross arm thrust again. Let's see, this is going to be agility. So that's going to be 6 or less. And on a roll of 10, Gotch is able to block that cross arm thrust. And Gotch in control of this fight now. Oop. I am clicking all over the place here. And Gotch with an into the turnbuckle, pushing Londos back to the turnbuckle. And Londos in trouble here as Gotch lifts a knee that connects to Londos' stomach. And Gotch in control here as he continues to just push him back into the turnbuckle and deliver knees. And now Gotch lets him out of the turnbuckle, but only to apply that octopus hold again. This has been one of his most effective moves all match, and it brings Londos to the mat again. The champion in trouble here as Karl Gotch really works it, but Londos able to get back to his feet. Gotch, maintaining control, sends Londos flying from the ring, and Londos takes a breather here. He needs it. And rolls back in, slowing the pace down, but Gotch is right there, not gonna give up an inch. And Gotch locks in a headlock as soon as Londos gets back in the ring, and he starts rotating it, really applying the pressure. Londos is hurt here, and Gotch takes him down with that rotating headlock, and then kind of moves off to his feet and applies a cross knee bar on Jim Londos. Londos is hurt as Gotch into the turnbuckle, backing him into the turnbuckle. But Londos able to counter it, really spinning it around at the last second and then shoving Gotch into the buckle with a lot of force. And as Gotch stumbles back out, Londos once again with that crotch lift and slam. That has been Londos' saving grace in this match. as he is just racking up the fatigue with it. He slams him down, and now he's got a pin. And the target is 5, since there's been so many of those crotch lift and slams. And the roll is a 4. So even though Gotch really had Londos in trouble for most of that match, he just couldn't get the job done. And Jim Londos retains his European heavyweight title with a crotch lift and slam. Crotch lift and slam. And let's see, 4. So that's a 2-star match plus 1 for the title. We'll say that's a 3-star match. And there we go. That was a hell of a fight, actually. Gerandis says the previous matches were told to keep it tight on time for the stellar main event. Yeah, that was definitely a good, a good cap to the NWC portion of the evening. Definitely was better than the previous matches. We'll give it that for sure. Let's go to the title history and take a quick look at the title history here. We saw the European heavyweight title defended. There is Karl Gotch. That is Londos' 16th defense. He has been the champion for 1,826 days. So that's quite a long time. And of course, we looked at the U.S. title earlier, and no one has been able to make a single defense of it the whole time that it's been the U.S. title. So we'll go into the rankings, just take a quick look around in here. This is something new that I added. We've got the streaks. They have little on fire, or if you look down here, there's some ice cold or cold symbols. So Varga's lost 6 straight, so he is considered to be cold. And if you look up here, we've got William Muldoon, who has won 27 straight matches, and of course that makes you hot. Same with Londos, 19 straight. He's hot as well. So just an interesting little piece of stat for people who like that sort of thing. I'm definitely a fan. I also fixed this. I know that some people had mentioned it to me, but if you did this previously, like these would overrun if there was a tie. So I fixed this so that it no longer overruns. But, yeah. So that is some interesting stuff going on. We can switch over to my GWF Fed here. And if we go to tournaments, let's go to the event history here. I've only run one other card. I ran the supposed first card, which happened in September of 2074. It was the one before the tournament. I'll just run down the results real quick. We had Commander Sam beat Torpor via a pair of Star-Spangled Banners. The notes say, good opening contest. Sam and Torpor went back and forth quite a bit, but 2 Star-Spangled Banners were enough to keep Torpor down for the 3 count. Torpor had 3 fatigue, Sam had 1. And then we had Defiance versus Paladin Power. Solar Flare beat Blood via double Gutbuster. Paladin Power picked up a win out of nowhere over Defiance in the second match of the evening. Solar Flare and Moonstrike were really firing on all cylinders as a team, and the quick double Gutbuster caught Blood and Jammer by surprise and kept Blood down long enough for Solar Flare to cover him. Blood had 2, Jammer had none, Moonstrike had 1, and Solar Flare had 0 as far as the fatigue in that match. And then in the third match, K.O. Keller beat Rick and Prince via the 10 count. K.O. Keller and Rick and Prince took brawling to another level in this one. Both guys just wanted to slug it out with one another. Eventually, Keller was able to hit 3 straight 10 counts on Rick and Prince to pin him for the win. Rick and Prince was busted open. KO Keller had 0 fatigue as Rick and Prince had 4. In the next match, Santon the Loner beat Screw via Santon Driver. Santon and Screw threw everything they had at one another, and Screw couldn't keep Santon down at all, while Santon just couldn't keep Screw down long enough. Finally, Santon got the big man up for the Santon Driver and put this one in the books. Screw had 8 fatigue, and Santon had none. And then we had the Mensons versus the Cross Currents, and Thetis beat Cordsar via DQ, and both Mensons double-teamed Thetis outside the ring and dropped him throat first across the barricades. It didn't take long for this one to break down. There didn't seem to be a lot of bad blood or dislike for the opponent coming in, or coming from either corner going into this, but something changed, and Cordsar and Trotaris really did a number on Thetis. Vortex came to save his partner just a little too late, and was visibly angry with the Mensons after the bell. Thetis had 1 fatigue. Nobody else had any. So that one. And then we had 2 more matches. We had Blacklash versus Omega, and Blacklash beat Omega via Sundown. Omega spent a lot of this match on the defensive, as Blacklash came in hot. When Omega did finally take control, he was able to hit his feared tomahawk thrust, but much to the fans' surprise and chagrin, Blacklash was able to kick out. Blacklash started to come back and eventually caught Omega with his patented falling DDT Sundown for the win. Omega had 2 fatigue, Blacklash had 1. And then in the main event, which was a 3-way elimination match, Morpheus, Bullwhip, and Torin Kalem fought each other. And Bullwhip beat all other teams, or all other wrestlers, via elimination in 1837. In our 3-way elimination main event, Morpheus started out by manhandling Torin Kalem for about the first 6 minutes of the match, but eventually Kalem got control long enough to apply Kalem's grip on Morpheus. And after being locked in the hold for quite some time, Morpheus had no choice but to submit. Bullwhip finally entered the match against the beaten Torin Kalem and continued to beat him. Torin never got his bearings against Bullwhip, who just dominated him for an additional 9 minutes before pinning him with the 12 o'clock high. So that's what's happened so far in my GWF Fed, just so everybody's on the same page going into the tournament here. I think that I have 2 tournaments. I have the tag team title and the Galaxian Heavyweight. We're going to go with the heavyweight title. I don't know whether we'll get the whole thing done. I may just do the first round because I think it's 8 matches. So, but yeah, I may do the first round and then we'll do the following matches another night, because that main event actually did go a little longer than I thought it was going to, based on the other matches. So, all right, this is the Galaxian Heavyweight Title Tournament from the Deimos Intergalactic Arena on Deimos Mars. It is standing room only. 188,177 in attendance out of 203,438 possible. And this is taking place on October 7th, 2074. So, our first match is going to be Omega versus Torpor. And in the red corner, weighing in at 225 pounds, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, from Cygnus, this is Torpor. And the blue corner, weighing 251 pounds and standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, from Cetus, Omega of Cetus. And the 2 men roll as they meet up in the center of the ring. Neither men roll high, but Omega rolls high enough. And Omega grabbing an armbar on Torpor. And Torpor is hurt here. And Omega pushing him into the ropes. You know what? I'm going back here. I am going to redo this match. I'm going to set my my default charts to be the defaults instead of the vintage, because it just seems like that the vintage doesn't really work for Champions of the Galaxy. So there we go. And I think that these are all good. Yeah, those are all good. Okay. So there we go. Now we can go and do this tournament again the right way. Okay, so we had already done that. Now we're going to roll to see who takes advantage. And Torpor wins this time, so a little different than the original start of the match, but that's okay. And Torpor with an eye gouge on Omega. And Omega's hurt here as Torpor grinding the eyes of the larger man. And Torpor throws him into the ropes. Omega comes off with a big roll up here. Surprise pin. And now Torpor rolling his pin. Target is 5. Roll is a 9. And now Omega in control here. Cosmic War Dance by Omega. And that's going to cause another pin on Torpor. And the target is going to be 6. And he kicks out. And now Omega with a big back roll press. And he's catching him again. Torpor in trouble here. Target is 7. Roll is a 4. So really, Omega just smacks the crap out of Torpor here. Oop. We don't want to carry over fatigue. How did the match end? With a back roll press. And I guess I'm going to rate that a 1.5. Wasn't quite a squash. Omega lost the opening lockup. Quickly regained control and put Torpor away. There we go. Grant is here saying bonus COTG. Yeah, I'm doing the first round of my early classics tournament. I've been meaning to do this forever and haven't done it. So the NWC portion of the night actually went by fairly quickly, except for the main event, which was actually pretty good. So now I'm running the first round of my heavyweight, the Galaxian heavyweight title tournament. And in our second match of the tournament, we have got Trotaris and Screw. And in the red corner, weighing in at 266 pounds and standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, from Mensa, this is Trotaris. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 345 pounds and standing 6 feet 5 inches tall as well, from Parts Unknown, this is Screw. And both men lock up in the center of the ring. Neither man getting the upper hand. Both of these big men just throwing each other around the ring, trying to get in an advantageous position. And it's Trotaris who finally gets the advantage, and he scoops Screw up and slams him to the mat. Screw bounces back up like nothing happened and grabs a wrist lock on Trotaris. Now Trotaris able to break free of the wrist lock, and he throws Screw into the turnbuckle. And both men come charging at one another as Screw leaves the turnbuckle as Trotaris is charging in, and they hit each other with a big double clothesline. And it's going to be Trotaris who gets up first from that double clothesline and is in control here, grabbing Screw as he gets back to his feet and blasting him with a spine buster. And Screw is hurt here. And now a spinning elbow smash. This is into the ropes. Or, let's see, level 2 move works on 8 plus or minus power. That ain't gonna happen. Into the ropes. And once again, Screw thrown into the ropes, and both men come charging at one another, and they both hit each other with a big clothesline for the second time. Both men are down. The referee starts counting. And this time it's Screw who gets back to his feet first and slaps on a full Nelson as Trotaris gets back to his feet. He's lifting him up and he slams him to the mat. And now Screw going up for the death jump. And Screw comes off. Big flying clothesline on Trotaris. And Screw is in control here as he scoops him up. And then running power slam. And that got him good. He's going for the pin here. He's being covered. Screw needs 3 or less, and he doesn't get it. Trotaris able to kick out. Screw in control here. Giant swing. And Trotaris is hurt. Oop. That should have been an offensive roll. And Screw blasts him with a headbutt as Trotaris gets back to his feet. Trotaris is hurt here. As Screw once again moves in for the kill, lifting Trotaris up above his head and just holding him there before dropping him to the mat with a big press slam. Trotaris is down. Screw throwing him out of the ring. And now Trotaris rolls back in to beat the referee's count. But Screw is right there on him to continue the attack. Slamming him to the mat again with a big running power slam. Trotaris is down as Screw hits the freakish face slam. That's a +2 finisher. So the target is 6. The roll is a 10. So once again, Trotaris able to kick out. Screw is getting frustrated here, but big running power slam again. He just can't keep Trotaris down long enough. And now the target is 5, and the roll is a 6, so once again, Trotaris able to kick out. And running power slam for a, what is the second time in a row? Third time in 4 moves. And Trotaris is down. He's going to roll out of the ring. And Screw comes out. And both men start brawling. And this is going to go to Screw as he just pounds on Trotaris. We're going to roll 1 die to see if Trotaris is busted open in the brawl. Even will be busted open, and he rolls a 2. So he is indeed busted open in the brawl. And Screw, once again, on the attack here, throws him back in the ring and hits another running power slam. It's like the only move he knows, apparently. Trotaris is down. Screw, full Nelson slam. And then he climbs to the top rope, gonna jump off with a death jump. He bumps into the referee as Trotaris pulls the referee in front of him. Gonna roll 2 dice. Referee is down for 4 moves. And it's odd. So, Screw in control here. 4 moves. And all of them are going to be running power slams. I'm calling it now. Down 3 from the running power slam. I throws him out of the ring. And Trotaris. He just blasts Screw right in the side of the head as Screw is trying to step out of the ring. And that is going to do it. He just knocked him loopy. Rolls him back in. And now he is on the attack. Big giant swing by Trotaris. And this is the last move that the referee is down for. And a big double arm clothesline. The hell is a double arm clothesline? Somebody explain a double arm clothesline to me, please. Screw is hurt. And the referee is back up. Trotaris hits that double arm clothesline again. Do they mean short arm clothesline? I'm just absolutely baffled by the double arm clothesline. Like, I know it's fantasy because it's champions, but I'm just not seeing how this works. Anyway, so double arm clothesline by Trotaris. Screw is hurt. And a third double arm clothesline. They just like to break my brain. Screw once again hurt. And now Trotaris with the big knee lift. Screw. Yeah, okay. That makes sense, Grant. Grant says since he's a tag guy, they're probably thinking it's a tag move. I think the Road Warriors have one too. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't... it doesn't say anything about it being a tag move, so it's confusing. But that does make sense. Anyway, Trotaris has Screw hurt here. And another knee lift. He's really trying to do a number on him here. Now Trotaris hits that spinning elbow smash. This is a choice A maneuver into the ropes or on power. We're gonna send him into the ropes. There ain't no way he's rolling on power with a -4 over here. Screw can't do anything as Trotaris scoops him with a big spine buster, slams him down. And now, oh, and yeah, Trotaris slams him down with that spine buster and then hits another spine buster. I should have picked a different move. Screw down again, gonna roll out of the ring, but can't get anything done as he rolls back in. And now Trotaris grabs the legs as he rolls back in the ring and spins him around with a giant swing, hurting Screw. And now that big double arm clothesline again. And Screw is hurt. And a big double arm clothesline the second time. Oop, that is the wrong thing. There we go. Screw counters the double arm clothesline, grabbing one of the arms and applying a wrist lock. Trotaris able to counter the wrist lock with a big spinning elbow smash. And we know he's going to send him into the ropes because he ain't trying that power move. And both guys, once again, impatient. They're running at one another, and they just absolutely clobber each other with a big double clothesline. Both men are down. With the better ropes, that's going to be Screw getting back to his feet first, scooping up Trotaris, and nailing him with a big running power slam. And he's got the pin. Target is 6. Roll is a 7. So Trotaris kicks out again. Wrong defense. What did I do? Let's see. Trotaris. Where did I roll on the wrong defense? Okay, well, anyway. I may have unintentionally screwed one of these guys, but we'll just keep going from here, because it's a... Oh, yeah. Yeah, double arm clothesline. Yep, I see it now. I did it. Yep. Twice. So, I may have screwed Trotaris, but it's kind of too late now because a lot of stuff has gone on since. But I'll keep that in mind. Maybe the Mensons will... I think he's part of the Mensons, right? Sorry, guys. My COTG knowledge is still not amazing. But, yeah. If he... Anyway, him and his partner, I know he's a tag team guy, so him and his partner will probably make a thing saying they were screwed. That was a bad pun, and I didn't even realize it. Anyway, Trotaris kicks out of the running power slam. Screw on the attack here. Giant swing. Both men are giant swinging each other. Trotaris is down. Screw. Freakish face slam. And the target is going to be 9, and the roll is an 8. So there we go. After 33 minutes of battling and 5 fatigue to Trotaris, the match is over. Screw has beaten him with a freakish face slam. We're going to give that 2.5 stars. Match notes. We're going to go color equals red. Trotaris was busted open. And then we'll in the color tag. There we go. And now, let's see. A long, drawn-out match between these two. Let's see. What would I say here? Screw did lots of damage, but just couldn't keep his opponent down for the count until late in the match. Trotaris. Who is his partner? Somebody will know. Sorry, I got to put this in there because I don't play Champions often enough that I'll remember the stories if I don't do this. I know this is probably boring for you. But I got to write out the stories here, otherwise I won't remember them when I come back to this. So, but if somebody could remind me who Trotaris' partner is, that would be great. And pitched a fit after the match, saying the referee was biased. There we go. And I'll just fill that in later. Cordsar. That is correct. Just a second too late. Oh well. That's fine. So it's going to be Omega versus Screw in the second round here. We got Tor and Calum versus Blood now. So in the red corner, weighing in at 244 pounds and standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, from Albiro, he is Blood. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 249 pounds and standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, from Sajida, this is Torin Calum. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, Torin Calum is easily my favorite guy in this early classic stuff. So I'm rooting for him. So I'm going to try to be unbiased as an announcer here, but, you know, I'm pulling for Torin Calum. And the two men meet in the center of the ring. And Blood quickly takes control with a big kick to the stomach. And Torin Calum able to catch that foot. And Calum spins him around, grabs him in a full Nelson, and he picks him up and slams him to the mat. Blood is in trouble here as he is down. Torin Calum applies the Calum's grip on Blood right away. Target is going to be 6. Roll is a 4. Match is over. Torin Calum advances. So, awesome is all I've got to say about that one. Torin Calum beat Blood via Calum's grip. EL1's grip. That was a squash, if there ever was a squash. And that was Torin Kalem made Blood look amateurish. As he absolutely dominated. Absolutely humiliated. There we go. Pear says, I don't recall. Still need to get my early classics organized. I really, so early classics kind of made me interested in champions. I don't know why, but I don't know, kind of starting from the beginning, like, interested me more than like starting from, I don't know, where Tom originally started it. I don't know why. It just, something about it being like, I guess, the beginning was, and allowing me to sort of build up my own sort of like, I don't know, I guess history or prehistory or whatever, interested me a lot more than just starting from, um, what was it, the breaking of the cosmic code or whatever. So, yeah. So we're going from here. All right, so Bullwhip and Santon the Loner. In the red corner, weighing in at 245 pounds and standing 6 feet, 2 inches tall, from parts unknown, this is Santon the Loner. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 295 pounds, standing 6 feet, 6 inches tall, from Dorado, he is Bullwhip. And Bullwhip and Santon the Loner. And Bullwhip easily takes control of this and forearm chop on Santon the Loner. Santon is hurt here, and Bullwhip now with a spine smasher. Santon's hurt again. Bullwhip with a Bullwhip stomp. Santon gets back to his feet. He's having trouble getting around, though. Bullwhip. Oh, I'm rolling on defense when I shouldn't be. And Bullwhip grabs him and brings him over to the ropes and starts choking him on the top rope. Santon able to counter that with a big knee lift. What am I doing there? I'm going to roll on defense on the same guy. And that's going to daze Bullwhip. Now Santon attempts a flying elbow drop. That's an agility move, and that's going to work. So Bullwhip is hurt here by the flying elbow drop by Santon the Loner. Santon with some combo punches. Bullwhip easily counters. Bullwhip tries a bulldog, and that's not going to work. And Santon throws him into the ropes. Does he seriously have a C ropes rating? Yeah, he does. Okay. Opponent hits big move. Opponent rolls on level 3 defense, or on level 3 offense. So he comes back, and Santon with a big back body drop, just dumping Bullwhip. And now Bullwhip is in trouble here. Santon the Loner, big power slam. Bullwhip is hurt. Santon hits him with a big running clothesline. Bullwhip is down. He's going to roll out of the ring. Bullwhip trying to take a breather here, but the referee getting close to that 10 count. Rolls back in, and Santon jumps all over him, stomping him to the mat. And Santon going to the top rope. Santon comes off with a big flying elbow smash to the top of Bullwhip's head as Bullwhip gets back to his feet and turns around to meet Santon's elbow. And Santon the Loner throws him out of the ring, and he's out there trying to capitalize, but the two men end up in a wild brawl, and they are even on the ring rating, so that is going to be Santon the Loner winning the brawl and throwing Bullwhip back in the ring and climbing to the top. And Bullwhip meets him on the top rope, and they struggle for control here. The wrestler with the better agility rating, and that's going to be Santon. Santon, the loner, pushes Bullwhip off the buckle here. He slams him down and then jumps off of him, or jumps off onto him with a flying elbow drop. And now Santon scoops up the damaged Bullwhip and hits him with a big power slam. Bullwhip is hurt here. Santon, the loner, with a big face rake, trying to blind Bullwhip. You don't want to do anything that deals with power here. So agility it is, 10 or less. And on a roll of 9, that is going to work. He rakes the eyes, but Bullwhip, no effect. Bullwhip is in control now. Bullwhip grabs him, scoops him up, and tombstones him to the mat. Santon is hurt here as Bullwhip now in control, throwing Santon the loner into the ropes. And Bullwhip drops down as Santon goes over the top. And now Santon and Bullwhip meet in the center of the ring with a big shoulder block. And that is going to be Bullwhip, who just powers through Santon the loner. And Bullwhip in control here, spine smasher. Santon able to counter that spine smasher with an illegal choke. This is a choice B maneuver. Let's see here. Turnbuckle of B, or an, that's going to be an 11 or less. I think we'll go for the turnbuckle. And Bullwhip whipped into the turnbuckle, but bounces back out with a big running boot to Santon the loner. And Santon is hurt here as Bullwhip in control. Bullwhip goes for a big splash as Santon is down. And Santon is dazed there by the splash as he gets back to his feet. Has trouble kind of trying to figure out where Bullwhip's at. Bullwhip scoops him up and drops him head first on the mat with a tombstone. And Santon is hurt here. Into the ropes goes Santon the loner. And both men meet in the center of the ring with a double clothesline once again. Both men down. Better ropes rating, right? Yep. And that's going to be Santon the loner back to his feet. And he scoops up Bullwhip and goes for the death jump. And Santon the loner jumps off with a big flying drop kick, connecting to Bullwhip, and goes for the pin here. And target is 3, roll is a 5, so Bullwhip in trouble. Santon now really piling it on. Atomic Skull Crusher by Santon the loner. And that's going to leave Bullwhip down, but Bullwhip going to roll out of the ring. And once again, Bullwhip just, all he can do to meet the ref's count is roll back in. And now Santon power slams him, and Bullwhip is hurt. Santon hits a big running clothesline on Bullwhip. And once again, Bullwhip is down, and the clothesline takes him out of the ring. And Bullwhip grabs the leg of Santon the loner and pulls him out of the ring. The two begin brawling, and Bullwhip grabs a chair and just kind of throws it at Santon the loner. Rolling his DQ here. And he is disqualified. So Santon the loner wins the match by DQ after Bullwhip lost his cool and threw a chair at him. You DQ when I almost typed bullshit. Shows you what my fingers are conditioned to type when I type the word bull. When Bullwhip threw a chair at Santon. There we go. Bullwhip continued to attack Santon after the loss, using ringside chairs to maintain its dominant position. So there we go. Bullwhip really did a number on Santon there. And it's going to be Torin Kalem versus Santon the Loner in the second round. And we've got 4 more matches to go. This one is going to see Rick and Prince in the red corner, weighing 294 pounds, standing 6 feet, 6 inches tall. From Merrick, this is Rick and Prince. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 255 pounds, standing 6 feet, 3 inches tall. From Dorado, this is Blacklash. Blacklash apparently has a test counter. So let's get rid of that. Yeah, that isn't needed. I'm going to have to remove that from his thing. Anyway, let's start this match. And Blacklash able to win the lockup, and he's in control. Sends Rick and Prince into the turnbuckle. Rick and Prince able to counter that and throw Blacklash into the turnbuckle. And Rick and Prince comes charging in, but Blacklash able to quickly roll out of the way. Rick and Prince slams into the turnbuckle, and Blacklash able to roll him up for the pin. Target is 4. And the roll is a 5, so Rick and Prince just barely able to kick out of that surprise pin by Blacklash. And here, Blacklash, Rustler Stampede. This is a tag finisher. Let's see. In singles matches, substitute with the Sundown. That's that DDT, if I remember right, the falling DDT. So that's a +2 finisher. So the target is going to be 7, and the roll is a 5. So Blacklash continues in the tournament after beating Rick and Prince with the Sundown. That was, I'll say 1 star. And not much to say about that match. Blacklash made quick work. Rick and Prince never really getting in trouble. Yeah, never really getting in trouble during the match. That'll work. All right, Blacklash. Really put that one away quickly. And we've got Solar Flare and Jammer here. And in the red corner, weighing at 249 pounds and standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, from Albiro, this is Jammer. Or Jammer. Jesus. My brain is not working, apparently. And in the blue corner, weighing 234 pounds and standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, from Titan Saturn, this is Solar Flare. And the 2 men meet in the center of the ring, and it's Jammer taking control here. And Jammer with a big swinging neck breaker out of nowhere. And that's going to hurt Solar Flare. Jammer hits a top rope clothesline, and Solar Flare is hurt. Now Jammer with a big suplex. That's a power move. That will still work. The Jammer has the power advantage here. And Solar Flare is hurt. Jammer with a backbreaker. Dazing Solar Flare. And once again, Jammer comes out with a big swinging neck breaker. Solar Flare is down. Gonna leave the ring here. And Solar Flare scoots out of the ring, runs around. Jammer goes out to chase him. Solar Flare slides back in, bounces off the opposite ropes, and hits Jammer with a huge drop kick as he gets back in the ring. And he is now in control. He's going to the top rope. He's going to hit that big top rope leg drop on Jammer. And Jammer is hurt here. And now Solar Flare with a big spinning elbow smash. And Jammer's down. Solar Flare going to throw him out. He's not going to throw him out of the ring. He's going to hit a big fall-away slam. And that's going to hurt Jammer here. As Solar Flare is on the attack again. Scooping him up and throwing him over the overhead again with a big fall-away slam. And Jammer's down. Solar Flare can't talk. Shoulder breaker. And that's going to hurt Jammer. And once again, Solar Flare with the fall-away slam. I guess, keep doing it till it doesn't work. And that's what Solar Flare's doing as Jammer continues to just get thrown around the ring by Solar Flare with those fall-away slams. And now Solar Flare going to throw him into the ropes. Jammer leaps over Solar Flare and rolls again on the ropes chart. And the two men meet in the center of the ring with a big shoulder block. And that's going to be Jammer who wins that one. And he's going to throw him into the turnbuckle. And Jammer comes charging in with a big back elbow and crushes him in the buckle. Jammer throws Solar Flare to the mat and climbs to the top rope, jumping off with a big top rope clothesline as Solar Flare gets back to his feet. And that catches Solar Flare. He is dazed and hurt here. Kind of using the ropes to get back to his feet. And now Jammer just whips him into the turnbuckle. And Solar Flare able to counter it, throwing Jammer into the turnbuckle. And both men meet in the center of the ring, charging with clotheslines. And it looks like Jammer is going to get up first here. Jammer climbs to the top rope slowly, Solar Flare climbs to the top rope slowly. It's Solar Flare who gets the upper hand. Climbs to the top rope slowly and drops a leg from the top rope onto Jammer. Jammer is hurt here. And Solar Flare once again throwing him overhead with the fall-away slam. And then finally going for the cover. Target is 2. Roll is a 5. So Jammer able to kick out. But Solar Flare in control here. Big shoulder breaker. And that's going to leave Jammer down. He's going to roll out of the ring. And Solar Flare heads out of the ring here. And whips him into the barricade and grabs himself the ring bell and just blasts Jammer with the ring bell. That is not sportsmanlike conduct there. And he's not disqualified. The referee didn't catch it. And now he's going to throw him back in the ring and then throw him right out of the ring. No, he's not going to throw him out of the ring. Throws him back into the ring and waits for him to get up. Nails him with that spinning elbow smash. And that's going to catch him. And Jammer is close to the ropes, going to roll out of the ring here. And this time it's Jammer waiting for Solar Flare, playing possum there. Jammer, Solar Flare tries for a big pile driver, and Jammer able to pull him up and over and just backdrop him onto the concrete floor. And now Jammer throwing him back in. And Jammer hits the Bad Night. That's a 0 finisher, so the target is going to be 3. Roll is an 8. Solar Flare is in trouble as Jammer hits the Bad Night again. That's going to be target of 4. Roll is a 4. So Jammer has defeated Solar Flare with Bad Night. That's 1.5 stars. I don't have much to say about this one. decent, evenly contested match, which saw both men try their best. Jammer finally put Solar Flare away after 2 bad nights. There we go. So Blacklash and Jammer will be in the second round. And we're moving on to the last 2 matches of the first round. We've got K.O. Keller, who weighs in at 258 pounds and stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He comes to us from Centaurus. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 238 pounds and standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, from Titan Saturn, this is Moonstrike. And the 2 men, center of the ring, shaking hands. Show of sportsmanship. And Moonstrike able to win the lockup here as they lock up. And Moonstrike tries for that body slam. That is a choice A maneuver, so we've got ropes or power. I think we're probably going to try ropes. And K.O. Keller, thrown into the ropes, comes flying back and hits him with a vicious gut punch there. And K.O. Keller in control of this match now. Big KO flurry. And that's going to put Moonstrike down. K.O. Keller flying knee. That connects to the head of Moonstrike. Moonstrike in trouble, but the momentum is going to carry him out of the ring. K.O. Keller heads out of the ring, starts throwing punches. One of them accidentally strikes Moonstrike low, and the referee might disqualify him for that. Does not, but gives him a warning telling him that he's got to keep his punches above the belt. And now, K.O. Keller throws Moonstrike back in the ring and drops a falling fist to the face of Moonstrike. Moonstrike is down. Not going to roll out of the ring this time. They were just out of the ring. He's not going to throw him out of the ring. They were just out of the ring. K.O. Keller going to hit an earbox on Moonstrike, and Moonstrike is hurt. K.O. Keller with a KO heart punch. And that catches him. He's hurt. And he's down. And now K.O. Keller going for the cover. Target is 2. Roll is an 8. K.O. Keller on the attack here. There's the 10 count. This is a +3 finisher, so the target's going to be 6. Roll is a 4, so K.O. Keller has ended that one quickly. So K.O. Keller beat Moonstrike via the 10 count. That was a 1-star match. K.O. Keller was warned about low blows during this one, but was able to avoid any further infractions. Take the win with the 10 count. There we go. And our final match of the evening is Morpheus and Commander Sam. And in the red corner, weighing in at 245 pounds, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, from USA Earth, he is Commander Sam. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 283 pounds and standing 6 feet 4 inches tall, from Aldebaran, this is Morpheus. And the 2 men meet in the center of the ring and lock up. And it is Commander Sam who gets a quick lockup and wins advantage here, and he tries for a snap mare, taking just not gonna work, dude. He just can't get him down, and Morpheus starts his attack, and he hits the natural disaster on Commander Sam. Sam is hurt as Morpheus continues his attack. Cobra Grip, and Sam is hurt here. Morpheus now with a body drop. Commander Sam able to counter it and hits him with a big hip toss. And Morpheus is dazed by that hip toss. Commander Sam tries a monkey flip. Once again, can't get the job done. And Morpheus goes on to the attack, whipping Commander Sam into the turnbuckle. And Commander Sam moves out of the way as Morpheus charges in, shoulder first, striking the steel ring post and carrying himself out of the ring. And Commander Sam tries to wait for him to get back in the ring, but Morpheus isn't doing it. He's playing possum on the outside. Commander Sam goes out. He is trying to check on him, and Morpheus blasts him with a low blow. He is not disqualified, so he throws him back in the ring and continues his attack with a big satanic skull smasher. And that's going to leave Commander Sam down. And there it is, trip to Hades by Morpheus on Commander Sam. This is a +1 finisher, so that's going to be target of 4. Roll is a 10, so Sam kicks out. And now Satanic Skull Smasher again by Morpheus. Sam is down once again. And this time he follows it up with a big head stomp. That's a choice D head stomp. We're going to go for power because it's just -1, so that'll be 8 or less. And on a roll of 4, he smashes him with a big head stomp. And Sam is down. Commander Sam not going to roll out of the ring. Going to continue to fight. Except that Morpheus is going to throw him out of the ring. And Commander Sam tries to take a breather but can't quite collect himself. Has to roll back in before the referee counts him out, and Morpheus just throws him out on the other side of the ring, trying to introduce Commander Sam to all of his fans. And once again, Commander Sam just has to roll back in to keep from being counted out. Morpheus scoops him, trip to Hades. There it is. Target is going to be 5. Roll is an 8. So Commander Sam once again kicks out. Morpheus on the attack. Here is a 3rd trip to Hades this match. Target is going to be 6. Roll is a 7. So Commander Sam able to kick out again. Morpheus. 3rd trip to Hades in a row. Target is 7. Roll is a 5. So Commander Sam is pinned with the trip to Hades. Well, with 3 of them. Trip to Hades. That's going to be 2 stars for that match. Morpheus was never in any real danger here. Displaying a vicious streak and laying Sam out with 3 straight trip to Hades. That's one of those weird words where it's like trip to Hades is or trip to Hades is. I can't even do it. Trip to Hades. Technically, I think there would be another trip to Hades is, but yeah, we'll just leave it like that. So our second round is looking like this. We've got Omega and Screw, Torin Kalem, and Santon the Loser. Santon the Loser, Santon the Loner, Blacklash and Jammer, and KO Keller and Morpheus. So Omega and Morpheus still in this. One guy from Dorado Sunrise still in this. K.O. Keller still in this. Torin Kalem still in this. Santon still in this. I know that some people had. I remember somebody I was talking to. Santon was their first champion, which I thought was interesting because it's just not a name I hear a lot as far as champion stuff is concerned. But again, I'm rooting for Torin Kalem. He's my favorite. Anyway, so that's gonna do it for our stream. I'm gonna save this so that when we load it the next time, the matches are all done. Let's check our rankings. There won't be a whole lot. Blacklash is 2-0. K.O. Keller is 2-0. Santon is 2-0. Torin Kalem 1-0 because he was involved in that triple threat match, and you don't get a loss for losing a triple threat. So, well, there we go. That's what we've got so far for my COTG stuff. 2 cards. That's all I've done so far. But it's fun. I hope to do more of it. Maybe we'll try to do some more on this on stream. So, well, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys for sticking around, and we'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a good week.